As a culture, we are taught to spend most of our time preparing for pregnancy and birth. I mean, technically, our culture tells us to prepare for baby showers and get all the right baby stuff. All of this is fun, but did anyone warn you about postpartum? It's like everything is surrounding pregnancy and birth, and then bam, you're wearing diapers too. Not to mention, most women are just getting a brief 6-week checkup, but the postpartum period actually lasts more than a full year. And if we're really being real, we're postpartum the rest of our lives after having a baby. In all seriousness, 10 to 20% of mothers experience postpartum depression, and those are just the ones that have come forward about it. There's a lot more that goes into the postpartum phase of life, but today let's talk about some of the struggles we see: the sleep difficulties, breastfeeding challenges, mood swings, and physical recovery complications. They all share a common root cause: nervous system dysregulation. This can happen from the physical trauma of pregnancy and birth, the emotional trauma from not having the birth experience that you envisioned, or even any chemical trauma that has occurred from interventions. This video is for exhausted new mothers who are struggling with postpartum recovery, sleep deprivation, breastfeeding difficulties, mood fluctuations, or physical discomfort. And for those who sense there must be a more comprehensive approach than what conventional healthcare offers. How birth affects your nervous system and your babies, creating a cascade of challenges that most healthcare providers miss. You'll discover how neurologically focused chiropractic care addresses these root causes, significantly improving recovery and adaptation for both of you during this critical transition. Let's pause here and look at some of the facts. Research indicates that during delivery, a baby experiences compression forces ranging from 120 to over 500 milligrams of mercury on their delicate head and neck, an extraordinary amount of pressure on such small structures. Meanwhile, mothers undergo one of the most dramatic hormonal shifts they'll ever experience, with estrogen and progesterone plummeting within 24 hours of birth, while prolactin rises to support milk production. This hormonal cliff directly impacts neurotransmitters in the brain and the balance of the autonomic nervous system. What we see in practice is that these neurological and hormonal shifts create a perfect storm that conventional medicine often misses, focusing instead on separate symptoms and the chemical imbalance itself, rather than addressing the underlying nervous system dysregulation. To understand what's truly going on here, let's start with what is happening in birth. Let's start with understanding the neurological impact of birth on both mom and baby. Birth is a marathon, both physically, emotionally, mentally, and neurologically, for mother and baby. For mothers, subluxation commonly occurs in those transitional neurospinal areas, affecting everything from recovery and core strength to nervous system regulation. For babies, birth-related subluxation most frequently affects the upper neck region and cranium, where the vagus nerve and other cranial nerves come from the brainstem. Birth interventions, while sometimes medically necessary, can significantly increase the risk of subluxations. The perfect storm: dysautonomia in the postpartum period. When subluxation persists, it often leads to dysautonomia, a state of imbalance between the sympathetic fight or flight and parasympathetic rest and digest branches of the autonomic nervous system. This dysregulation commonly shows up as sympathetic dominance, where the body stays stuck in a heightened stress response, making it difficult to relax and sleep even when exhausted. Other signs include persistent anxiety, digestive problems, changes with milk production and letdown during breastfeeding, heightened pain sensitivity, and delayed healing. This stress response directly impacts hormonal balance, affecting everything from mood regulation to milk production. The mother and baby neurological connection. Another aspect that affects postpartum and breastfeeding is the connection between mother and baby. It is a profound neurological relationship where each nervous system directly affects the other through co-regulation. A newborn's autonomic nervous system is still developing and lacks self-regulation capabilities, instead depending on close physical contact with their mother to regulate their heart rate, breathing patterns, body temperature, and stress hormones. When a mother's nervous system is regulated and balanced, her baby tends to settle more easily, feed more effectively, and develop more securely. Conversely, when a mother experiences nervous system dysregulation, her baby often exhibits signs of distress, creating a challenging cycle where mother and baby continuously trigger each other's stress responses. Now, how neurologically focused chiropractic care can help. Here at New Ridge Chiropractic and Wellness, we love having postpartum moms and their babies in the office. First, their care starts with a comprehensive assessment, including detailed neurological insight scans, which show our doctors how your nervous system is functioning. For mothers, postpartum adjustments help restore proper pelvic function, reduce neurotension in the upper cervical spine to improve vagus nerve function, and enhance nervous system communication to support hormone balance, improve sleep quality, and promote optimal breast tissue function for breastfeeding. For babies, gentle adjustments release neurotension from the birth process, improve cranial nerve function for better sucking and swallowing, enhance vagus nerve function for improved digestion, and support proper head shape development. These adjustments work by stimulating specific neurological receptors, providing the brain with updated information that allows it to reestablish proper regulation and function. Neurologically focused chiropractic care addresses the root cause of common postpartum challenges rather than just managing symptoms. By restoring proper neurological function through gentle, specific adjustments, it creates a foundation of balance and regulation that supports healing, bonding, and thriving during this critical time. If you're preparing for birth or currently in the postpartum period, let's get you scanned. Your postpartum journey deserves more than a standard 6-week checkup. DM us to get started.